There we go. Happy Tuesday and happy coffee chat. I'm doing it solo today. Melissa just arrived in Mexico yesterday, and Tuesday mornings is always an opportunity if the ocean is quiet, is to go paddleboarding and with a group of people and to hang out with the dolphins. So she took that opportunity this morning, and so I just wanted to jump on here and have a chat around just do the thing that scares you. So the month of March has been all about movement, fitness, fitness snacks, doing things that challenge you, physically, lifting the heavier weight, pushing yourself to get stronger, changing out your routine. And I wanted to continue on this conversation about, doing the thing that scares you. Doing the thing, I'm just fixing my hair here. It's wild hair here in Mexico, that's for sure, is doing the thing that scares you. So, what I mean by that is ask yourself this question, like, when is the last time in your life that you did something that scared you, but you were kind of excited? And so two things will happen. It's either, and I'll give you an example that just what happened to me yesterday is that I got invited to teach at a yoga rooftop in front of people. And so I just did my yoga teacher training in November. I've been a student of yoga for many years, 20 plus years. My sister's a yoga teacher. I got my certification and people were like, "Oh, are you going to teach yoga?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me. I don't know if this will be a new career. I do know that, there's a retreat coming up. I'll probably do a couple classes. I don't know." And people at the condo here in Mexico were asking me like, "Nicole, when are you going to teach yoga?" And there was just something inside of me that said, I'm not ready. I don't want to do it right now. But now I'm kind of being forced to do it because I've got this yoga retreat. And so I've been practicing more and practicing more. And I got this opportunity to practice in front of women yesterday. And what's so fascinating, I had this tiny little voice inside my head saying, well, the ladies that are on the rooftop, they've been doing this for 25, 30 years. They're like ripped, they're incredible looking women, they're in so much great shape. They teach so well, they teach so elegantly, they don't need notes. And I was really realizing that I was comparing myself and going, who am I to teach yoga? Like, very almost intimidated by the fact that I got asked to teach, and you start to get nervous. And then the little voices inside is like, well, you're not good enough and you haven't done this very long. And then I remember a quote from Marianne Williamson that said, who are you not to? Who are you not to show up in your perfect space? When I say perfect, just as you are, as the new person, as the new yoga person. Here I am at 53 years old and learning something new. And so I really believe that you're never too old to feel the fear and do it anyways. I just saw some podcast information about how that is important for our brain, is being able to challenge our brain in doing something new and different. Doing it versus like being a student to going into teacher is a totally different experience because you are definitely using different parts of your brain, right? And we know as we get older the importance of being able to challenge our brain from left to right, right? Like brain gym, when you ever do brain gym and you're like crossing over, right? Using left and right, crossword puzzles, using reading, just doing something that is using both right and left. And so being a student and then teaching is a very different way of using your brain. So I guess my question to you is, there's a couple of things going on right now energetically in the world. We just came off of full moon energy. the equinox, spring energy for April 1st. It's a new year for some of the calendars. We're heading into an eclipse. There's a lot of energy. And I don't know about you, but there's been a lot of like up and down emotions, and just holding into this space of knowing this is just like, whenever I feel like my emotions are like out of control, is just to take a couple slow downs and deep breaths and ground myself, make sure my feet are on the floor, and just be present. Just be present. So I had to do that exercise before I packed up my bags and left to go teach this yoga, is I needed to really ground myself. And in the grounding, I just was like, you're going to be fine. You are going to teach from your heart. You are going to share your style. You can let them know that you are just a beginner and you are learning, and thank you for your patience, and I'm excited to teach. You can also share, I'm a little bit nervous. So anyways, yes, I did it and I felt pretty good. I did have my notes. I was happy with my playlist. I had lots of props. I felt, for the most part, I was doing a good explaining of the position, holding the position, reminding of the breath. But then I asked for feedback after. I said, I would love your feedback. And the one lady that was in the class, been doing yoga for 25 years, she's a Pilates, gave me some really great feedback of, she goes, well, this is just, the way that I do it, and we can do it in very different ways. And I just appreciated that, because then today when I was on my mat, I was able to be aware of the transition and the conversation about helping, a woman what is it? Transition from one position to another, just to tighten up my words. And I'm like, we can still learn new things in our 50s and 60s and 70s and beyond. And so as we close off this month of like movement and making sure that you are changing things up, you're getting your steps in, you're using heavy weights to challenge your muscles in your body. You can use obviously body weight in yoga, and finding things that bring you joy, finding, like down here, I learned how to play pickleball with the real rules instead of just going to play pickleball and not really, just hitting it versus actually the game. And what I realized is I actually really like pickleball. And when I go back home to Canada, there just around the corner is actually pickleball courts. So I'm going to get a new set of pickleball and really enjoy that, and find people in my community that are willing to do pickleball. It's like, yay, new tricks, even in my 50s. So that is my message today, is just do the thing, try it. If you've been thinking about wanting to do something and you're like, I'm too old, or I can't do that. I mean, we all can be role models for anybody. And so pick your thing that you've been thinking about, but have used the excuses of like, it's too late, I'm too old, I'm too this, like fill in, I'm too awesome, or I am, like fill it in a positive way. I can do this. I am awesome. I can learn new tricks, because I really believe in this new wave of energy, that this is our opportunity to really shine and lean into the thing that you have been procrastinating on, because you have been letting those little small excuses in your head take over and hold you back from your greatness. We need you more than ever. This is your opportunity to show up in your great light. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this helpful. If you think that a friend or a sister needs to hear this, you can get this link on our YouTube and you can share it with a friend. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day.